Muli tayong nagbabalik dito sa University Alliance Cup para sa ating huling matchup for today in this best of one series. Kami nga pala ang inyong mga casters. My name is Terror, and with me is Desi. I call him Desi now. We're brothers, you know,
Oh, goodness.
brothers and sisters from another mother. But looking at it, Desi, University of San Agustin, Sage Esports versus Xavier University from Ateneo de Cagayan, Exceed Crusaders. Thoughts on this matchup?
It's another continuation narrative of new, fresh blood Exceed Crusaders looking to take down an established org with history in the USA Eagles. You know, these guys are one of the pioneers of the Alliance. In fact, they hosted one of the biggest school tours by AcadArena in their region. So definitely a lot of history with this team, a very good support system behind them. But you know, this new wave is coming, and it's not stopping for anyone. You know, Exceed looking pretty strong. Both of these teams having a little bit of a tougher start to their show, especially Exceed, but the University of San Agustin as well, you know, dropping 4-13 to GD Esports, and Exceed dropping 3-13 to Atomos Haribon. So I don't know how much you're gonna weigh that one round difference, but these two teams definitely need to warm up a little bit more when it comes to, because, well, you know, your life's on the line here in the tournament, so there's really no second chances, as we do see it on the screen now. It will be Bind the pick. There's no Icebox. There's no Breeze. I'm kind of sad.
No split even for
Split
me.
is great, too.
Just Bind and Ascent. Okay, teams, fine. It's your choice. Choice naman nila to eh. So this is the map selection that we have right here. It's gonna be Bind. Expectations when the picks para sa agents natin?
I genuinely think Viper is one of the strongest agents on Bind, and I think we don't see enough of her.
That's true.
And as well as a Raze. You know, I think the defensive capacity Raze gives you, especially with those very tight corners that Bind has.
Put in an Astra.
True, put double those up. Like
Yeah.
a double controller setup is something we saw a lot in VCT anyway. So get a Viper and an Astra. That sounds like a deadly combo here. Let's see if either of these teams are going to be comfortable playing it. But looking at the head-to-head right now, ladies and gentlemen, the player to watch on the XU side is definitely Shogun, despite the difficult performance that they showed against the PLM Atomos Haribons, who were, for all intents and purposes, very favored in that match. Again, the Haribons made it all the way to the promotion tournament.
What does this paper say?
Oi!
They...
Ahay!
I see you.
Hey,
Well,
shout
okay.
out mo naman siya.
I don't know the player name, but biggest shout outs to you, my guy. Good luck to you guys. Good luck to all the teams that we have right here. And we are seeing for today. I was caught off guard. Well, okay then.
Okay. Don't worry about it. We're fans. How could you not be a fan of Terrar? You know, and is that going to be the difference maker, ladies and gentlemen? Terrar gave the blessing.
The blessing?
The shout out sila.
Hey, I literally said shout outs to you, and of course, good luck to both teams.
There you go. Okay, so
it's
balanced
fair.
out.
It balanced everything out. You know, aside from VCT, when I cast for other Valorant leagues here, there is what we call the Terror curse. This best of one series, usually, hindi natin makikita yun. But when it comes to best of threes, best of fives, it usually goes in like longest games with all the OTs and all the games played. So best of one series is like heaven to me, I would say. It's like thank you, AcadArena. Thank you, Masters. Thank you so much. Best of one. Only one game for sure.
No, but that's going to not be the case after we get through. I think it's after next week that we finally start getting into those best of three. So if you're casting there, maybe. I mean, these games have been really quick today, Tay, though. I mean,
That's true.
A little
Speed
bit
runs.
more
I got
Valorant.
I got my first 13-0 cast here at University Alliance Cup. I mean, the other team won't be happy, but as a caster, I would say, damn, guys, thank you.
We were
What a
talking about
welcome.
it. I think that's the first. I think in UAC history, that is the first 13-0, and it was Terrar and Region to bring you that action. But talking about the action to come as the players are loading into the lobby, this match, once again, ladies and gentlemen, is a regional battle. I think that's one of the greatest things we're seeing now as more schools are joining the AcadArena Alliance. The representation is going up. And, you know, I would absolutely love to see a Mindanao representative to join the representatives we already have. Of course, largely Luzon favorite but we're seeing the likes of course, USC Portal Warriors, Sage Esports, formerly from Visayas. Now it could be the time for Mindanao, and we do see it because aside from XU here, Xseed Gaming, we saw previously Excalibur from MUIIT. So dominant. That was the 13-0. But ladies and gentlemen, we are getting into the draft now. Sage Esports looking to redeem themselves. Another perhaps touted fall from grace themselves. But definitely some talent behind them. Of course, we have the duelist matchup of Tias and Tony looking to double up here. I guess, what do you favor, especially in this Valorant meta? Do you still stick with the double duelist comp, or do you now favor more the double initiators that we've seen so obviously?
It's just the one duelist setup composition pagdating sa mapa ng bind, and also sometimes it works out in double duelist setup na yan. But teams are more inclined to go for the defensive side and take lots of rounds from that. So nagkakaroon na information game, lalo na if you have a Sky, because it's a pseudo duelist. You know how Sky can just push and be aggressive, use that guiding light, trailblazer, and then hop in to get the kill. You can even use the guiding light to fake. Ilabas mo lang yung guiding light mo pero hindi mo siya ipapop. You just go with it and you can fake out enemies. So a lot of the metas coming in here. There is pseudo duelists now. Sky, you can use that. They locked it in already. And looking at it is a Sage, Sky, Brimstone probably, Sova, and a Raze on the side of Xseed Crusaders. But for Sage, they're going for the usual composition that we all see. It really depends, honestly, kung paano nila lalaroin to.
Siyempre. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Our fifth early day. We got a couple of games happening off stream, ladies and gentlemen, just in case you are tuning in as supporters for those teams. Of course, happening off stream will be Makiling Esports versus Boom Urian, and the Apex Tamraos versus Love Team. Just in case, again, send them your love. Nevertheless, we'll update you later on about the situation there. But here we go! The head-to-head. Sage Esports on the defender side, while Xseed is going to be starting out attacking. And you mentioned Sky is a pseudo duelist. Who is playing it? The duelist master himself, Shogun. Let's see if he's able to play it. Like, to a degree, some people tout Sky as the better Phoenix in certain situations, right? Because not only are you able to play similar to how you would flashing for yourself as Phoenix, you can provide still that support to your team, and it will look like a little bit of an A push here to open things up for us. A little bit of a bath push, and in these tight angles, just that the flexibility of where you can throw that bird is definitely going to be something to look out for. As here we go, ladies and gentlemen, we are underway.
Immediate Al drone agad-agad just to secure if there is anyone close, and there was one in lamps. The choke point's very essential in the map called Bind. The smoke's coming in, matagal-tagal na smoke to, so they need to figure out where to go. Tony right now is blinded and he doesn't know kung saan siya gumagalaw, kung saan siya tumatakbo pa. With the boombot not detecting anyone, actually detecting one. Tumabog siya, but there is already the heal coming up from the players as well. 5v5 pa rin to, and you see na na-plant yung spike, wala pa rin namamatay kahit isa dahil lang sa mga heals na meron. But a one-to-one trade just happened with Sage Esports right now killing players on the side of Xseed Crusaders one by one. FTED goes down, secures the kill by Tony. 1-0. Such a good retake for Sage Esports right there.
Definitely a good retake. That Showers execute was looking good, but Nanat had a hole in the wall, and Tony was able to get a couple of peaks there, is able to get them that man advantage on that retake, and very unfortunate there. Oh, it looked like Ren DC'd, but I think it was really more just him playing it patient, waiting for his team to connect with him, and it paid off. The moment they just establish that Lamps position and swing out as a team on 5, it becomes a very, very difficult hold, especially on a post plant there. And, well, Sage Esports up now with a gun advantage on the defender side, no less. Would expect a little bit more of a fast, aggressive play, especially on pistols, which is usually the trend that we see, but not going that way right now, as Nanat might be crossing horns with Hias here, who has the Spectre, dismisses away, is able to find FTEM.
Peter's advantage, dude. Peter's advantage in that corner, in that angle that they were holding. On the other hand, Back just giving a headshot to Tias, immediately shutting him off. 4v4 situation, slowly moving towards site itong XC dahil nga hindi rin naman sila makakabuelo agad-agad. You know, close encounters, especially with the Spectre, immediate burst down yung mangyayari sa'yo. But if you play for picks, especially with the Sheriff versus the Spectre, mas malaki yung chance ng Sheriff, honestly. Even kapag pistol siya. Kagaya nito, cut-off guard na rin. Hindi na-detect kasi nung turret. The placement of the turret.
More than enough for them, as Rend is able to get 2 and spray down with the Spectre. And suddenly, what was looking almost pretty good, especially with the play from Wabak there,
30 seconds left.
Getting those 2 picks from B, but unfortunately not enough for them, as the alarm bot, oh, his shoes are fried from that Dewey. On his lonesome, does have his Spectre, but might just look to find a couple of picks here, as ends all the way in elbow, not gonna find him, making some noise, running fast. Tony waiting for him already. Knife out, that's not gonna do it for you. And maganda na sana eh, Wabak was able to get that 1 dig, and I love how he aggressed from that. So, okay, I got a Spectre now I'm gonna try to take a couple of more bodies from it, but, you know, that rotation just gets totally destroyed, and suddenly, you know, he's just all on his own, Dewey. Where'd you go, team? Where'd you go? But Sage now up 2-0. Bonus round for them. And this aggression from Exceed just not finding purchase in terms of how they want to get onto the site. It happened on A with that Showers execute, but since then doesn't seem to be finding what they need in order to get these rounds going. But it looks like we more of the same. You know, that's the thing. If why fix something that ain't broken? And it looks to be that Showers push again for a plant onto that side of this A site. But a little bit of a slow pay, a little bit of information gathered there from that drone. Tony now forcing out his mirror matchup with the paint shells, trading blow for blow there, and ooh, just out of range, Nanat is able to find Yokai. Entry is in, Shogun in, is able to take down Tony, and this is going to be a very, very decisive take. Ren's acknowledging that maybe there might be a hole in the wall again.
Anymore, Desi. There's so much smokes. The beauty of the Brimstone smoke is that you can set it up, go inside the site, and take forever para sa retake na yan. Sage Esports, the only man remaining is Ents. Meron siyang turret to play with, and an alarm bot even. This will all go down because Dewey was actually able to secure the kill, making this a 2-1 scoreline. The thing is, kayang-kayang umentry with the agent selection na meron ang Exceed Crusaders. Yung Brimstone smoke, 20 seconds. Especially sa mapa ng Bind, yung sites kasi, malayo-layo yung iba eh. Yung mula sa spawn, mula sa long. But when you once go into site, the choke points are very, very small. Kagaya ng city, kagaya ng elbow pagdating sa B site, Showers, yung lamps, or even yung double smoke ng Brim, it covers everything already. And for a long time too.
Yeah, and how are you supposed to retake from that position, right? And it gives so much space for the attackers to get onto that site, especially since usually that's a power position, right? Triple box, you're able to weave back and forth, able to check short and Showers at the same time as to open up this round. The orbital strike forcing out Zenth from this Lamb's position, but tries to retake that space. And that's already a big ultimate commitment and hasn't gotten a lot of value from that. Very interesting call out from back here, but here we go. Like we said, power position right now. 2 players playing on the triple box area. Smokes will go out. Let's see if what you say is true, Terror, because look at that. Unable to find
one-way smoke.
One-way there, and Brent's able to find Shogun. Was able to retake that position even if the orbital strike was committed. Now, flurry of bullets going both ways, and FTM gets the better for it. Finds a pick while Yokai was hiding in that smoke, so a little bit of unluckiness from him there. But with that sort of advantage that they've been able to get for themselves, it may be the signal to rotate, because now they can fairly safely assume that B is a little bit lighter on manpower because the defenders now have to spread out their bodies.
Yeah, this can be a 2-2, and of course, kapag narinig din nila yung TP out na yan, positions are also gonna go
10 seconds left.
Even with the shock dart, bahala na kahit mag-connect sa kakampi, basta mapatay natin yung nano swarm, hayaan nyo na lahat. Wabak was able to secure the spike plant right now and getting the heal as well from the Sage. 4v4 situation. The retake coming in from Sage Esports. The angle is just perfect, but the shots won't connect as Hannah
last player standing.
Secure 1 kill. 1-to-1 trade. 1v1 with the Great One with the Empress on, up and online. Will he be able to secure the kill? 8 bullets remaining for him. If he taps the spike, might peek na kasama yan. That is the kill. Tia secures it. 2-1. Make that a 3-1.
Yeah, you called it there, and it looked like an explosive entry from the side of Exceed Crusaders. Was able to get the spike down, but that retake, Tias just able to push in there and take so much space away, and finds 2 on that retake. And I think for all intents and purposes, the aggression from Exceed is paying off to get onto site, but it's their post plants that need a little bit of work right now. They're unable to hold it out and actually get that spike to go off. And I think that is also speaks about Sage Esports and how they are comfortable with these retake situations and almost are giving it to them to a degree, as we see with their play. But now opting for a little bit more of a default. Yes, we've seen him so good in this position. Aggressive Reina piece, that is just standard for him. With that dismiss, you get one, you can get out of dodge, no problem. And finding a lot of value there as From the Shadows does find Wabak lurking a little bit here on the fountain area, gets pinged out. Sheriff in hand, not a great buy for the side of Exceed, but we've seen Wabak make some magic here as he will check him, but Beaker's advantage wasn't looking that right way, was a little closer to that wall, and well, ends with a quick shot there, is able to take him down.
Barrel was out, I just gotta peek it, I just gotta kill it. Tias on the other hand, mukhang makakakuha pa siya ng isang pick-off nito. Once nasubilip ka do, hindi nga lang magkoconnect yung shots. This can be a satchel in play. The facials come out, trying to secure kung meron man lalabas, but that is quite a delay for the Grit, actually. The rest comes in, and Zoe was up and online. Satchel in play, like I said, and now on towards the side. Doesn't check any corners at all, and was there on Octa. Securing a kill. Tony was able to get a kill with the facials as well. 3v2 situation. Makakapagplanted na ng spike. But the kill mula dito sa side ni Tony. Securing one, pressing the other. So now,
oh my gosh, not with a running Spectre, and that's just the difference that you gotta make. It's a little too easy sometimes when you're able to get 3 just from running around. Nanat with a good read of where everyone was on that retake, and it was dicey though. It was definitely dicey. Ends not getting checked there on Octagon could have been really, really bad, but Nanat with a little bit of a gun advantage is able to.
What if you think about it, Desi? It's not his job to check Octa anymore. Dapat meron tao kasi towards long eh.
That's true. That's true.
So once an entry is set in, once the satchel in was put in place, your idea is to go inside the site, secure CT, secure tube, and all throughout the site. Maliban doon sa Octa kasi trabaho yon ng pupunta sa Long B. Kaso nga lang, there was no one there, and they were just able to get a pick-off immediately.
Yeah. Nevertheless, that will be around for Exceed. Much needed, of course, to sort of quell the momentum of Sage that they were picking up. And looking at the ultimate economy now, Tony does have his showstopper. But already, I love this from Renz. Readying up the paranoia already from Lant. So that is a very, very good position from him there. And hopefully with another swing out from Yokai, but no one home. It will be a little bit more of a B commitment here with Wabak on the lurk. We've seen this a couple of times, most especially on a map like Bind, where you leave one to just catch out those rotations and punish some aggression. And the Seekers now go out for the side of Shogun. Looking on the B side, but there's going to be a counter ultimate from Dewey, also trying to force out ends from this position, takes down the lockdown. That cat and mouse of which ultimate is going to go out first. It's such a timeless tale. Tale as old as time, but the retake is on now, and a man down is Sage. That recon dart able to find Nana. There is that showstopper we were talking about. It's gonna find no one. Threads the needle between Dewey and Nana there, but does get taken down.
One enemy remaining.
Entry on as well for this retake, but no. Nanat's position in Octagon is able to get out of dodge of that showstopper. Man, that's
mainit. Mainit. Parehas teams natin dito. Nagkakasalit-salitan lang sila. And when it comes to the economy as well, Desi, if you take a look at it, basag na rin yung ekonomiya ng Sage Esports. They had a good start. Their retakes are good, actually. Even on pistol round na talagang walang namamatay hanggang ma-plant yung spike, hanggang oras na talaga para mag-retake kasi they want to wait out that smoke to dissipate. And the thing is, it was working the first few rounds, but during that, syempre nag-evolve din yung Exceed. And with that evolve, nakita natin na nakaka-adjust na rin sila kung paano yung playstyle ng Sage Esports.
And that's sort of the difference maker of these teams, is the ones that will get far in this tournament are the ones that are able to like, oh my gosh, Enz had his head taken off there. FTM with a beautiful flick was dueling the turret, but gets a pick for it nevertheless. And Satchel does go out, like you said, but it's a little bit of a fake. The teleports go out there, and it will be FTM trying to find another pick on the way out. Gets his knife out, but Tias there with the punish. But it did buy the space that actually needed to at least get the spike down on this A side. Tony now with the Sheriff on Heaven's side. He's able to use his satchel and the paint shells to push out the position, but the post plant is already set up for the side of Exceed Crusaders here. Let's see what kind of retake effort Sage is able to put up. Spike is sticking down, unable to see an opening, unfortunately, because the molly and the slow, such great utility usage out of the side of the post-planting Exceed. DS now goes in, but the cross is already set up. It's all just a matter of taking them down because they're just flooding into a flurry of bullets, ladies and gentlemen. A very, very clean post-plant out of Exceed there, and man, you were talking about the utilities of the smoke.
Yeah.
But that molly and slow orb is looking really good. These two players, Nanat and Wabak, really just pulling it out for their team right now. It's a match made in heaven, these two, and it's really showing.
Perfect matchup. What can I say? Aside from that, yun nga yung beauty ng isang Brimstone compared sa Omen eh. Especially on a map of Find. Ang daming lineup niya. May shock dart ka pang kasama. Diba? So, with the Brimstone, he doesn't even need to come out anymore. The orbital strike though will kill a friend. Clearing out and executing the play doon sa lamps. This is Yokai as well getting a kill. The rest comes up. Shogun to get a rest up. And this is the wall. Hindi na nakapasok yung boombot niya. Pero okay lang. Basta makapag-plant ng spike. Here comes the heal as well. Smoke coming in. Wabak was able to take on a kill, but the biggest flank of his life is happening right now for Tias.
Tias able to get the dismiss there, gets the information. Now there is a little bit of a pincer, but it doesn't matter because they got the shots. They're good for the shots. Nana takes down the sniper. Enz is on his own and is going to lose his buddy, the turret. There's 3 players that he needs to worry about, but one was caught with his pants down. Wabak taken out. It's a 2v1 situation right now. Enz needs to isolate these two players. Don't let them double peek you. The information show checks one corner, but walks into the cross. Unfortunately,
Debated.
That's a little bit of a debate, isn't it?
Look at the smiles. Like, ha ha ha, I throw out my gun and then I shoot it.
Gotcha.
Ha, 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 gotcha.
He
There
got
was
him.
The kill. Getting it in. Not being able to know kung nasaan yung natitirang player din, aside from the player, of course, which is Kai, which is Shogun on the corner. You have no choice. It's a ticking bomb.
It
The
is.
time is running. So at that point, at that moment in time, he has to go in, try to get the kill, maybe a wide or a bigger swing. Para lang pay transfer, but it looks impossible, really, to be honest.
Yeah. Man, Wabak really has it out for Renz here, using the orbital strike twice on him to push him out of lamps, and it paid off twice. But to open up this round, Nanat does fall to a share shot from Tony, so that's a very good round, even if they're on an eco right now. But it will be a little bit of a split. Ooh, those shot darts doing a lot of damage to Diaz, and just the timing tries to address onto Luka, but the push from Wabak already came in. Shogun is just soloing these this back on the other side of the map and is delaying the rotation so much, you know, and I think that was one of the bigger difference makers here. Regardless of dropping Nana, just stays and makes sure that those two players stay on him. Dewey now taking down Renz there. Goes for a secondary swing, but he's already so low HP, and just a little bit of a tap from the Phantom there takes him down. And they've come back into this game in a really big way. They, you know, Sage was up 3-1, but these are now 5 consecutive rounds that Exceed has been able to put out.
Sunod-sunod yung mga rounds na meron tayo dito. Like you said, 5 consecutive rounds. That's gonna hurt on the economy on the side of Sage Esports. Obviously, we are seeing it right now. Nakakapag-ipon na rin yung Exceed Crusaders ng kanilang mga bonus, and also aside from that, yung kanilang pera dito. Kahit patalo sila ng isa, dalawang round, it won't matter that much pagdating sa money dahil makakabili lang din ulit sila. Trailblazer coming out, trying to find players, trying to see kung nasaan ba and locate those enemies on side. But the thing is, wala siyang makikita doon aside from the Killjoy on backside. Hindi nila alam na may nakaposition on elbow. And the map like bind AdC. It is very important to get that choke point hold. Usually, hindi na nga sila smoke to para lang kunin eh.
Just so that they're able to establish control, because it works when you're getting pushed, but when you're preventing a retake, it's also a power position for you as the wall goes up. They are able to get onto the B site right now. It will be a 4v5, however, to hold this post plant, as Tias is still on this elbow position, but is walled off. We'll probably look to break that. The smoke goes out. They will have to break out of that smoke at some point, but the back is already just taking him down. F them as well! They cannot get out of that smoke off hallway. Oh no! It's a 2v3 situation right now. Tias a little bit slow to get that check there. And he goes down. Yokai on his lonesome, but they already have a pretty damn good idea of where he is. And it's just a matter of sneaking him. F them with 4 there. Goodness, holding it down. And I think a lot of those were just spray downs from the smoke. Sheesh.
They know how to play it out. It's their smoker. You know what position? Alam mo na, game sense na yan eh. Pagdating sa mga ganyang bagay, it comes from experience in playing. So, hindi mo agad-agad matuturo yan na dito ka bumarel, doon ka bumarel. But it's just games and listening to the footsteps, kung saan nanggagaling, even yung mga utilities, kung saan mo nakikitang lumilipad. That's basically how you figure out kung nasan ba yung kalaban. And those pre-fires, those burst downs, was able to punish players for the side of Sage Esports. They really have to plan this out. I really think that they should actually go for a tactical pause if they can.
Not a tactical pause, but a technical pause for the side of Sage, who are on an eco now. I was about to say it, but the round exploded in action, but that was kind of a make or break for Sage in the sense that if they were unable to come away...
That's a terror buff.
Oh no, the terror buff is real. I told
buff.
you said their name first, which means the buff goes to them. You know what I mean? Parang spell casting lang yan. Nauna sila eh. So lahat ng energy mo, lahat ng luck mo went to the side of Exceed. But no, you know, hopefully they'll find another window, but Sage sort of needed that round. Else, we are where we are right now. They are forced into another eco position. And the next time they have guns to maybe make a comeback, it will already likely be a 3-8, which means in this half, the best they can hope for is a 4-8 trade. But, you know, we shall see. Maybe Sage, especially with their composition, like we talked about, no, this double duelist lineup might activate a little bit more when they're on attacker side. So that's something they have to look forward to as well,
true.
Perhaps.
That's actually true. Kasi nga, with the double duelist setup na meron sila dito, they can entry much free. Free compared doon sa isang duelist lang yung meron sila. But at the same time, kapag nilagay mo sa defense, mahirapan ka talaga because you only have one sentinel. There is only the recon or the owl drone to get information. Other than that, there's nothing else.
Yeah. And as well as, you know, when we talk about the controller diff here, you have a proponent who has multiple smokes throughout the round, but like we said, the simultaneity, oh wow, big word. How Brimstone is able to drop smokes all at the same time, na tatlo, I think really is a little bit more favored, especially on the attacker side. No, let's see if he's able to still get that same value when he's on defender. So, but right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about the opportunities for a comeback here for Sage Esports. Of course, again, this is one of those Division A teams, these Titans of the Alliance, on the back foot against the new wave that is Division B squads, new bloods like Exceed from Mindanao. Mga Visayas fans, if you are looking to send your strength to your representatives, your champions, now is the time.
Desi, kasabot ka Bisaya?
Gamayra.
Gamayra. Mama. Dili ako kasabot Bisaya eh. Yan lang alam ko sabihin eh. Eds was able to take out a kill with the Sheriff. May lockdown sila dito na pwedeng gamitin kung sakaling gusto nila mag-retake. At the same time, it's a 5v4 situation. Setting up the smoke is Wabak right now. This is a double smoke. Probably dito sa tabi ng green and also sa may tangke. Alam na natin yan. Nakikita na natin yan. Pero may lumilipad na ibon na hindi nakapasok sa side.
Nowhere to run!
Comes in. There's going to be a Hunter's Fury that tags Yukai. He gets one for his trouble. But from across the map, Dewey, is that enough? It might not be, unfortunately, because already two remaining for the side of Exceed. And this does look like a successful defensive effort from the side of Sage, which, yun nga, sinabi natin, this is what they needed because the rounds might be a little insurmountable from this point onward, but it's so important that they got this finish because they were on an eco. Doesn't matter because now they got guns on the side of ends and is able to clean it up with a quick 3K. That round in the ends, and it might be something we look back on later down the line, perhaps a much closer game, and say this is where it started. This is where Sage mounted their comeback, has the lockdown for the defenders now on the final round of this first half. And woo-wee! That being said, Brimstone does have his orbital strike, so that is a counter on count. Parang chicken in the egg talaga to, no? So unfortunate that Sage players really need to ano sila eh. They're always the one having to adjust heist.
Naalala ko, since this is the final round for this first half, all out to. As in, all cards on table, pero getting caught off guard, sinabayan yung guiding light na yan, was Tony. This doppel duelist setup is working out for them right now on the defense, but they have to be hyper-aggressive to make it work. With that hyper-aggressiveness, they were able to shut down 3 players on the side of Exceed. But the thing is, 3v2 pa to. Nasa kanila pa yung spike and very slow movement. They have lots of time. This is still 1 minute remaining. They can wait even para dun sa recon. TP out by...
Very, very close there. I mean, yun nga, like in that position, in any other map, that would have been a done and dusted round because Rents was already on the flag for the pincer there, but that portal was able to give them the space that they need to maybe make an effort. Ooh, not sure if that's a slip. Gives his position away, but was gonna smoke it out anyway, so no worries there as it's going to be a double Japek.
30 seconds
it's
left.
going to be a ring around the rosy with the resurrection. Great call by Nana. This level of execution, this big brain power right now from the side of Exceed may pay off in it because now it is an even manpower. The recon does not find purchase, not being any but Ren. But this kid has been here, has been setting it up, patient play, and now the showstopper comes out, does not find any value. Rens gets taken down though. It is a 2v2 situation right now. F them from this hoop-up position, trying to find Tony, but Yokai gets the wall bang on him. None of it's all you, but he doesn't have it. Yokai holding it down there, and well, journey across the world, double PB here is not enough to stop the defensive half. Good half nga, sabi ni Dewey, and truly it has been one of the closer halves we've had thus far. Thank God. 5-7 is the scoreline now, and well, this pistol will determine a lot for these two teams. Sage Esports, they don't want to go home.
They summoned my name. Of course it's gonna be a terror curse. They summoned my name. It's gonna be a long one.
Thank God too, because again we've had it a little too easy tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, masyadong madali, masyadong mabilis eh. Hindi pa kami pagod mag-cast, kaya pa namin mag-10 games, guys.
Totoo ba? Parang VCT na lang, te. Ilang games ka ng VCT?
Joke lang. 15 hours of casting, easy.
15 hours of Valorant? That sounds like a treat, right?
Yeah, I know. You wake up, Valorant. You go to eat lunch, Valorant. You go dinner, Valorant. And you sleep, Valorant. Nananaginip nga ako ng Hunter's Fury minsan eh. Oh, totoo yun. Minsan napapanaginipan ko si Omen, si Sky, alam mo yun? Kasama ko na sila sa bind.
That sounds scary though. Like dreaming of Omen, that doesn't sound fun. That sounds
I'll probably want to dream about Killjoy or Jet, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, compared to Omen. But
nice. He has the sad boy vibes, you know?
Killjoy is like a techie kind of girl next door.
Tama. Ladies and gentlemen, put it on the comments. Sino sinasimp nyo sa mga Valorant agent?
I go for Killjoy. I would say. Guys, I just want to remind you, of course, this event wouldn't be possible. The University Alliance Cup wouldn't be a thing without our amazing sponsors and partners. UAC 2021 is powered by Globe Telecom, our official telco sponsor. ASUS Republic of Gamers, ang official gaming PC and laptop partner natin. And syempre, Logitech G para sa ating official gaming gear partner. Riot Games for our publishing partner. And last but not the least, Twitch Student, ang ating platform partner. It's finally time, partner.
Yes, partner indeed, because now we do have a little bit of a tandem push onto the Snuka side, but the wall in their face will deter and slow it down a little bit. Good discipline here from the side of Nanat. Normally, you wall that off and then you try to pick them off as they break through. No.
Magawa lang silang scramble dito, actually.
And there it is, finally breaks through there as it will be a very aggressive and committed play as that shot there does find Nanat, has the heal for himself. Let's see if he's able to find it. Goes for the plant without clearing it and gets punished. Can't do that, and not against a team like XC. And there it is, just cleans it up.
Coco, scene of the crime over a tips. Ang datingan dito ng Exceed Crusaders. The thing is, hindi agad nakapag-push, hindi nakasama yung ibang members ng Sage Esports dahil sa utility ng mga binato. Yung page shells na yan, yung shock darts, no, nag-connect, hindi na rin nila chinek yung tube. So, actually, ENCE was just there to plant. And the other players are, of course, wanting to go onto site and clear things up. But it was too late already. Mabilis ang pick-off, hindi rin na-communicate na merong tao na nasa tube.
Yeah, but very good defensive play from Nanat there, able to keep his calm even if he gets shocked that did not give away his position, no? And is able to get rewarded for it by punishing ends there. And well, aggressive play right now from the from the defender side. Exceed is able to take down ends here, and also yes, they just pushed all the way to Fountain. Okay, gun advantage. You would think like, oh yeah, maybe let's play it a little bit more safe here, but no, gun advantage. We're gonna push you. And that is exactly what XE does and gets heavily rewarded for it as the map closes and the chokehold tightens around the side of Sage. Wala kayong teleporter there. That's not a safe place for you, Renz, as Dewey pushes back. F-Them, the running wide swing from F-Them there. From Tony, rather, is able to find his mirror match. And it will be 2-4 right now, but Wabak has already given his position. A run for their money, they say, no, Wabak, with that
kasama mo po, nagpapalakas ng tuhod lang. Si Wabak dito. Nagsusstretching lang siya, guys. Okay, magalala. It seems like these two teams, they're really in par with each other. Kahit kanina nakakita na rin tayo ng mga thrifty rounds eh. So, despite that, it's just aim duels upon aim duels and usage of abilities and skills that they have. Kasi, halos hindi na nga tayo nakakita, nung first half natin nakakita pa tayo ng post-plan situations eh. Ngayon, hindi na masyado. Puro aim duels, getting those kills in, hindi na nakakapag-plan, nakakabawi na ng kill, and hindi agad nalapag yung pumpot. It's a very highly aggressive play. And I'm like
Galing talaga. You saw that slow orb that pins them to that position and Shogun
player
just push it.
standing.
But Tony has something to say about it though. Takes down 3, and it will be Dewey on his own here, pushing it, but it looks like TS has the read. That would be his play right now. Looks for a shock dart. Is it gonna go out? Maybe not. Does not find purchase, and it will be the plant on the side of Sage. Might be the round that they needed, and definitely, hopefully, finding it there as this was their buy. This was the bonus for the side of Exceed. So not winning it here would be very troublesome.
Shopping na lang.
Hanap
Let's
na
go
rin.
for shopping.
Scanning ahead.
Here's a recon to mess up with you guys, but I think he's actually gonna take on the action. Maybe he can get one more pick
Has
and
his
then
own.
get another. You never know. 1v2 situations are almost always winnable.
No, he's gonna push out here though, setting himself up for a double peek. Doesn't even matter. He had the drone there, maybe could have used that, but end of the day, just one of those things. And that will be the bleeding of this half stopped by Sage. You know, this is sort of what happened previous round, but the opposite way. You know, Exceed was down 3-1, and then they got those rounds to chain. Now it looks like Sage, upon getting through that rifle, finding the rhythm and blues that they need in order to get themselves going. And, well, we'll see if the side of Exceed continues that aggressive defender play. It does not look like it right now, Tay. Looks like they're gonna hang back, especially now that they have guns in their hands as well. And it will be a lean onto this B side. That recon there, able to find them. That came from the opposite side of the map. That's a cool recon.
I just noticed the score is 6-9.
Nice.
Nice kill from Nanat though. Tony goes down, showing lang ng kanyang balisong, and then reposition na ulit.
Pampakita lang, pang flex, binili niya eh. You know, might as well show it off to us. And well, what he surely put in a lot of time and effort for is a skill. Nana, top fragger right now for Exceed on this stage. And interesting to note that Wabak was a bit of a sub-in for the side of Exceed. So definitely showing up here as well. These two players just play off each other very well, able to enable their duelist that is FTM once he gets that entry and at least takes one with them. Nanat and Wabak is just so clean at finishing up these rounds, but they do have their work cut out for them as Sage mounting a bit of a comeback. Looking for a push. Has his knife out. Oh no, Yokai! Yokai, don't do it.
It's a nice skin. It is a nice skin. 4B5 capability at out and receiving that
10 seconds left.
Perfectly timed with the slow orb as well. 5 seconds remaining. This is not gonna happen anymore, and this is gonna be a 10-6 scoreline.
Kobe F them just lobbing it, and you know, we've seen it a couple of times that the slow orb has been setting up this utility in just a beautiful and masterful way. We've seen it paired up with Wobak's Molly, and now we see it paired up with the paint shells. And unfortunate to run out of time there, but because a couple of them still stayed alive and it was the clock that ticked down, they do still have guns on them and can still try to make another effort here to bring this to the 7-10. But it is Exceed that hits double digits first here in this match, ladies and gentlemen, as we will be getting a little bit of a pause. But really, as far as I'm concerned today, I think it's just such a great thing to see a team like Exceed really come up and show that they have what it takes to compete against the likes of a Sage Esports. And you know, I think you were talking about kanina sort of scheduling, you know, 15 hours of Valorant. Let's not forget that these players are students too. You know, they're performing to this level, to this caliber, while balancing other areas of their life. And I think that's just such an amazing effort. I think it inspires them to a degree. There are a lot of stories of people in the AcadArena Alliance that really see this community as, you know, a group of people who believes that gaming brings out the best in them. And ladies and gentlemen, if you believe that too, why don't you join us? You know, you might as well go to acadarena.com/alliance. You know, we're ever expanding. A lot of schools are joining in the fray right now, joining in that, becoming champions of that message. Diba? Parang, hey, Gaming is great. It's
Mm-hmm.
not just a waste of time. In fact, there are so many opportunities that we're getting as student gamers, and if you want those opportunities for yourself,
Even scholarships.
even scholarship.
AcadArena is giving
What a time
scholarships,
to be alive! You can
right?
play video
I was a
games and it will
student
pay for your
once.
tuition.
I was a student once, and this wasn't happening.
There
I
you
need to
go.
go back to studying. I just graduated. Maybe I can do master roles or something and then join.
Maybe. Baka yun na lang yung next development. I know AcadArena, they've catered to collegiate thus far, but maybe post-grads in the question. I do know that they're looking to expand a little bit to senior high school, right? So if you guys are senior high school students, if you're looking for a home for gamers, come to AcadArena. Again, that is acadarena.com/alliance. And well, looking at these two teams, it is going to be the test of veterancy versus new blood. But that said, we talk about it like Sage Esports as an organization is long-standing today, but this team is new. This is their first time together, so maybe got to cut them a little bit of slack as well. It's not just cut and dry that just because we come from Sage that we have this tremendous pressure on them. At the end of the day, they're still finding their footing, and that's what it's about. Division B, it's to get your feet wet and get these opportunities rolling, and hopefully they get to continue that trend right now as the reconnection is coming through for the side of Sage, and yeah, just a great time to be alive today.
How do you know all this stuff? How do you know? Are you watching them? May CCTV, may Aldron ka ba sa mga kwarto nila?
Yes, I am Sova. I have information in Recon.
Hunter, we are...
I
what is
am
this?
the hunter!
I am the hunter. I am Pinoy. I am the hunter.
No, but it's a very open community.
Imagine if we had Filipino voice lines. If you're gonna
that would be
report.
so cool.
Dito, kasi ganun lang naman din mag-report yung mga Pinoy. Dito. Wala nang sabi-sabi kung sa A o sa B, kung sa hookah. Basta nandito.
I mean, with Bren Lin now, representation, maybe. Might be in the books for Riot to include that pack now. Shout out to Bren Esports, of course. Best of luck to you guys. But focusing back on the game now, ladies and gentlemen, the pause has been dissipated. The barriers, the buy barriers have gone down, and it will be a little bit of a slower play out of Sage, but a little bit more of an aggressive play coming out of Xseed. I'm really liking this changeup, understanding that Sage does like the Shower's position. They're doubling up here, setting up a crossfire like this, and TS might get punished for it because he may get one, but you can sure as hell expect the trade to come out.
Get one, dismiss out is a possible.
Maybe.
It's quite possible too. Just like that. There is the trade. You were right. You were the real Nostra. Pero merong kasamang lurk yan with the paranoia coming in. They know na merong omen.
30 seconds left.
But it's just gonna annoy the hell out of them. Tony is just gonna pinch down that showstopper coming in from FSF. And Noe was able to get a kill. 2-2 trade, 2v2 situation right now. They still have the spike in. They can still rotate. They can still push in doon sa ating TP. And both of the players is actually on A side as well. This is the TP coming in for the both sides. Gusto nilang i-sandwich yung dalawang players. Guiding line coming out na bulag pero mabilisang retake lang para kay Nanat and Shogun. And they were able to secure yet another round. Xseed Crusaders. Hindi na sila nagpatinag eh. When they saw they jumped in that teleporter, it's time to go in too. Let's go!
Chase. Full chase. No fear. And they were behind on time there. They got the spike down with 6 seconds to spare, but weren't able to get to a post-plant position because, like you said, they were just hot on their tail. And that will make it an 11-6 now. And looking at the economy, that will very, very likely be a 6-12 and match point for the side of Xseed. Very unfortunate for Sage. Will be looking to force now. They don't want to be, they don't want to force the full buy, even if it's on the match point, because when you're there, it's just one mistake. The difference maker. FTEM with that operator though takes down Tony, and just the punish. FTEM recognizing that they're going to be guns down, just aggresses with that operator, recognizing that, hey, this is our time to take over this game. And makes it happen. That I don't want to say that that's the nail in the coffin, but it very well might be Tay.
No, the Marshall not
Spike
connecting.
down
Was not-
B.
was able to secure the kill instead. This is the wall. Hindi na siya makakalabas dito. He just wants to get the pick-offs. Kung mamamatay man siya, okay lang. Basta may wall na hindi agad makakapasok and makakapag-rotate yung ibang players dahil it's a 3-man stack towards A. Speaking of 3-man stack, make that 2 because one of the players is down for Exceed Crusaders. 4v3, very much doable, especially if you can set up the smoke from the Omen as well. Lots of time to play around, especially dun sa Balisong.
Definitely.
Nasingit pa eh.
Wow. That was very clever. Nana does have a resurrection though, so this might come
30
out for
seconds
them.
left.
But Tias with that frag might be the glimmer of hope that they need. Needs to find a second here for sure. As the Lear goes out, the teleport goes through just to get the spike on his roll. But Quebec hasn't been pushed out. Now he does get down. Tias with a really great offensive effort wants to stay alive. Does not want to go into match point. F them with the operator though, looking for the wall bang. Is not able to find it, but it doesn't matter because Nana is able to find both Ren and Tias. It is Enzo! No!
So close, yet
Almost
so
had it.
far.
He didn't have the gun that he needed, and just good golly ganoush. Nanat, where you at? 22-7, just the
Match
shining
point.
star of Exceed carrying this Mindanao squad to the brink, to the closeness. They can taste it. They can taste them moving forward and to shut down a Div A squad. Div A, you know, we see already 3 teams from last season's Div B showing up in a really big way. New era is here, man, and Sage gotta pull off a miracle here. Will have some rifles to make it happen. Let's see if they can chain together 6 rounds. It's gonna be a very, very tall tale, but if you're able to get an opening frag like that, it might be doable.
Opening is an opening. Creates a space for the team. And the smoke's coming in mula din sa Omen. Gears all out. Ginamit na pati yung Sova out.
You should run.
But this is also the lockdown from the Killjoy. Hindi covered yan, but the orbital strike will definitely destroy that lockdown. Aside from that, 1-to-1 trade is happening as well. Mother Fury is out, Empress up and online. The Smolly was hurt, but it's not enough to get the kill. Showstopper not connecting to anyone, and even with the shock darts as well. F10, alam niyo, meron nasa corner, getting that pick off, making this a 3v3 situation. Hindi pa napaplant ang spike, and this is the time taking right now for the spike. Lots of time to deal with this though. Ren is able to secure 1 kill, 2v2 situation with that operator in the hands of F10. He can just kill anyone, changing up.
Last player standing.
With the Phantom.
1 enemy remaining.
Not to a bull, but a 1v1. Sovadip! Sovadip!
Sovadip! What a round out of Sage!
Dami nangyari dun.
They pulled it out. Oh my god, that was looking so bad, especially when the showstopper didn't take anyone down, but TS was able to get onto site, gets dropped. Oh my god, F them with an operator is so scary. But whew, Yokai at the bottom of the scoreboard right now, but is able to pull it out when his team need it. The dream is alive still, and that win puts Exceed on an eco, so this might be the energy that they need. But on the other side, it looks like the ships in the night crossing each other because this is an aggressive push out of Exceed. Yokai with the lurk doesn't find anyone, even with a good advantage. I don't think he's with that many heroes. Agents there, Dewey too is able to find him. Wasn't checked on the best position here.
This is gonna be a thrifty round.
This might be a thrifty round, and it might be Exceed coming out here. Ren's setting up paranoia. Shogun is able to find Tony.
Last player standing.
And the trades just aren't going their way. Enz is on his own. Needs to make a play. Needs to keep the Visayas dream alive. But there's a showstopper in his face. Takes him down. But that is it. Ladies and gentlemen, Sage Esports is out of the tournament along with UPD. It is no longer the generation of Division A. It is Div B's time. And what a round. What a round to end it on. A thrifty too.
They had a Taylor buff. You see, guys, if you want to win, just put up a sign that has my name on it, and then you're gonna win. Exceed Crusaders, what an ending too. Alam mo yung ganong risky play, specifically pushing a 5-man push, especially on a thrifty or rather an eco round for them, it is a risk play. 50-50 yan. Kung meron kang mapapatay or kung matsatsambahan mo na doon talaga, mababasa mo kung doon talaga magpupush. And this time around, it worked out in the end for Exceed. And look at this. Just look at how they played out this whole map. At first, akala natin 3 rounds sunod-sunod nakuha ng Sage Esports. I think they're really good on retakes. But once na nabasa, nakuha nung tamang reading ng Exceed kung ano yung ginagawa ng kabila, they just shine through.
Definitely. And I mean, heartbreaking for Sage. You'll get him next time. But right now, this trio of Eftem, Wabak, and Nanat is scary thing. If they keep up this performance and this synergy amongst these 3 players, they can definitely go far here in Division B, make it to the promotionals, and maybe they will join Excalibur IIT. Maybe there might be 2 teams from Mindanao coming into Div A next season. That is definitely something to look forward to, ladies and gentlemen. But for now, that has been day number 2 of AcadArena's Division B action. What a day it has been. We've had some stomps, we've had some heartbreaks, we've had some almost comebacks but then shut down, and well, this is what you get when you got best of ones. The stakes are just so high and the hunger and flame is just roaring for these teams. Tay, some highlight moments for you.
Amazing plays mula dito sa mga teams natin. Not only for the last game that we just saw, of course, yung mga naunang matches din natin. First time ever I saw 13-0 in my entire Valorant career, guys. Dito lang yan sa University Alliance Cup. There is a match happening off stream. What are those matches again? It's between
UP Los Baños, Makiling Esports versus Fathers Saturnino, Urios University Boom Urian, as well as FEU Alabang's Apex Tamaraws versus USLS Love Team. Those are the tournament. It's been a long day, guys. Bear with me. Those are the matches that happened off stream. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be updating you. Make sure to like the AcadArena Facebook page to get those updates there. But I think that's it for us, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, thank you to our sponsors, without whom this would not be possible. Thank you to each and every single one of you who are keeping this campus esports dream alive for these players and talents like us. Tay, any final words for our audience before we let them go?
Terror buff is real. That's what I want to say. Terror buff is real. Believe it. Survive it. Win it. That's the key to success. Terror buff. Na maraming salamat sa lahat ng nanood sa ating stream on Twitch, on Facebook as well, and sa lahat ng mga talagang sumuporta dito sa mga players nila on respective schools as well. But that's it for us tonight. My name is Terror. With me is my bro from another mother, Desi, right there, giving you the action here at University Alliance Cup. We are gonna see you though again really soon. So make sure you're liked sa ating pages, and maraming salamat ulit. Good night, good luck, have fun, and let's go get that balisong knife in. Makakapaglaro na ako ng Valorant. GGWP, good night.